Okay, let's get into it. We're talking about the philosophy of science. How does knowledge actually work?
We trust science to give us answers, but what are the rules of the game it's playing? We're going to look under the hood at its core questions, how it changes, and the role of our values.
This whole field basically asks, how does science even work? How do we justify what we claim to know? So, first up is a huge puzzle. It's all about proof, and it's called the problem of induction. The philosopher David Hume pointed out this major flaw in our thinking with a simple swan example. See, just because something has always happened a certain way doesn't guarantee it always will. We can't be 100% sure. Which leads to a big question. If we can't prove things true, how do we separate real science from everything else? Well, another philosopher, Karl Popper, came up with a pretty famous answer for that. He said a theory isn't scientific because you can prove it right. It's scientific because you can prove it wrong. So get this. Real science isn't about confirming ideas. It's about actively trying to break them. But does science really move in a straight line? Not everyone thought so, especially Thomas Kuhn. Kuhn said science works within paradigms. You can think of them as the accepted rulebook for a scientific field. He argued science moves in huge revolutionary shifts, where the entire rulebook just gets thrown out for a new one. This brings up a really deep debate. Is science actually describing reality, or just telling a useful story? Realists think science is getting us closer to the actual truth. Anti-realists see it as a really useful tool. And we can't forget this part. Science is done by people. It's a human thing, through and through. And that means human values play a role. Things like social priorities, ethics, even personal beliefs. These values can influence everything. What gets funded, how data is interpreted, you name it. So, if we can't get rid of these values, what's the next best thing? We have to manage them. The ideas are pretty clear. Be transparent, include different viewpoints, and keep the public in the loop. Understanding science means understanding it's a human process. That's what makes it both incredibly powerful and, imperfect.